Alright guys, I just want to do a quick video to show off my custom Harry Warden figure. I've been doing a lot of custom figures here lately, and this guy is just an overhaul of my old Harry Warden. I don't know how many of you remember that figure. Most of the sculpt on the body is recycled from that. Like the sleeves are the exact same. I sanded this sleeve down a little bit, but the sleeves are pretty much the same. The pants are halfway the same. I sculpted this crease here on the front of it, and I redid the bottom pant legs, but the rest of it is the same. And for the torso, I just added on to the torso. I added the pockets, I added this middle part here, and I added the collar, and I added the belt. But the rest of it's the same sculpt. So the sculpt isn't the best, but it works for this figure. But the head is completely brand new. The head is 100% new. The original Harry Warden figure I did had a removable mask, and I had a head underneath of it that was supposed to be Harry Warden. Here's the original mask that I had for it right here. There. That was the original mask. It was way too big and just didn't look right. And the helmet, I don't have the helmet for it anymore, but the helmet that I had on the original was just awful. So yeah, he doesn't have a removable mask now. There's really no point to having it removable, so I just sculpted it onto the head, and it looks really good. I like how the head sculpt turned out. You can see some of the straps for the mask, and I sculpted the helmet on. This figure is based off of how he looks in the remake, but there are some elements of the original. The eyes are bigger than they are on the remake mask. If you've seen the original movie, the eyes on the respirator are just these huge square eyes. So I just made the eyes on this just a little bit bigger, so that way it has a little bit of a vibe of the original. The light on the helmet, I just painted that in white. It has a yellow ring around it, and I gave it a gloss. It doesn't look great, but it works. I muddied up the boots and the pant sleeves, or pant legs, whatever you want to call them. Muddied those up. I made the pickaxe for them. To make the pickaxe, first I sculpted the head. I sculpted it kind of small, and had a hole through it that I shoved the wood skewer through it after it hardened and glued it together. And then I sculpted on top of that with more putty over the entire thing. And then I used a Dremel and sandpaper to grind it down to the correct shape. So that's how I got the shape for the handle and the axe head. And then for the wood texture on the handle, I just used a really rough grit sandpaper and sanded up and down the handle in one direction, and that gave it a good wood texture. Eventually I would like to replace the hose. I just have a piece of some kind of cord for the hose. That's just temporary. Eventually I want to get this little rubber Lego hose that has the right look for this guy. I'm going to get that eventually and replace that. There's not really a whole lot else to talk about this guy. I got his little boxes on his belt. One for the filter and one for the battery for his headlamp. I got a string here for the wire for the hat. Nothing really to talk about in the back. Give you a closer look at the pickaxe. Added some blood to it because, you know, it is a slasher movie. I could have given him a pickaxe that came with one of my Jason figures, but I decided to make my own because it would be fun to make. I really like how the handle turned out. The handle looks really good. I could have given him more accessories. I could have given him a shovel with a severed head and all that. I've said it in all my past custom figure videos, but he's being displayed on a top shelf, so you wouldn't really see all the different accessories for him that I have made, because he's going to be on that top shelf. It's pretty high up. It's above eye level. So maybe someday I'll make more accessories for this guy, because I would like to make the heart-shaped box with the human heart inside of it. That'd be cool to have with him. As for right now, this is all I have for him, and I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. He's not perfect. yeah, nothing else to talk about. I'm working on one more custom figure at the moment. I have the head right here for him, and one of his members fell. This is going to be Odorous from Guar. As of right now, he's the last custom I'm working on, but I might do more here in the future. I just don't know who else to make figures of. If I can think of a character to make a figure of, then I'll make a figure of them. Like, there's plenty of characters I can make figures of, but they're not really characters that I want a figure of. But if I can think of a character, maybe like Babyface from The Hills Run Red, that'd be a neat figure to have. I may or may not put that together. We'll see. I don't know. I'll see if I can think of some characters I can make figures of, and I might keep doing more customs. And if I keep doing more customs, then you'll keep getting more videos of customs. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it inspired you to be creative and make custom figures yourself. Yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed.